So I'm doing a little bit of work on a Hehr Standard stationary window. I should have done this before I started, but I thought I'd grab it at this point. You can see right here, not that this matters, but there is the Hehr information telling you what the window is. So this window should be glass and have inserts around these spots. And when this came to me, it does have a piece of, you can see how thick that is. That's a piece of 1/4 inch plexiglass. And with that, I'm assuming when the glass broke, they put in the plexi, and although these are not the parts for this window, you have these aluminum trims. And so if you have your standard 1/8 inch glass, you have your glazing tape, 2/8 sticky tape around this edge, around the whole thing. And then when your glass is in place, this would sit in like that, and that's what you'll normally see. Let me see this on this one here since it's on my side. So that's what your window would normally look like, and then your glass would be inside the gap on the bottom. And same with taking these off. When these are on your window and you're like, oh, I don't know how these come off, is you get into a corner, and I actually use a little brake tool, which I don't have with me right now, and you pop out the bottom and then they come off. And one thing to remember when doing these windows is this trim. See if I can get you a good shot of it. This edge right here has to go all the way down to this metal. And if you do your glass in here and you go all the way from, edge to edge without a gap between here, let me see if I can find something to play with, between here and here, this trim won't fit back in. So you need to have an 1/8 to a 3/16 gap from this edge in, so this trim fits back in place. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a light cleaning of this window. It will not be a high polished window, and we will clean it up a little bit better. I will get the glazing tape on, and I'll show you that stage. Since it is a weekend, I need to go to the glass company on Monday and order the piece of glass for this. And I'm lucky enough to have a very talented metal fabricator in my arsenal to do stuff. So he is able to remake these pieces. Like I said, these are off of a different window I took just to see if they'd fit. And when the 1/4 inch plexi was in here, these pieces didn't fit. So I think that's why the person who did that just siliconed them in, because the original trims didn't fit no more. So I am going to replace it back with not the original, but a piece of glass, have some new parts made, and then we'll update you on the video for replacing the glass inside a Hehr Standard stationary window. Okay, back on the Hehr Standard window. So as you can see, I just did a quick polish of the window, maybe spent 10 minutes on it. If it's your own personal window and you want to spend, an hour or two totally buffing it out to be perfect, that's fine. But as a client thing, hourly rate costs too much. Just some information too, as you see, like up in these areas here, it's not as clean. And that's mostly because when this is on, it sits here, all that's covered. So I wouldn't personally spend a whole lot of time inside this trough cleaning it, up to you. And I do have my glazing tape down, as you can see, all the blue. Here's the roll. It's 2-way. It's 16th inch sticky double side, so when you peel off the blue side, it's sticky. Drop in your glass, it makes it hold. The only thing on these windows I'd like to point out is, because of how thin this is, when you get to this side and you're looking back across here, just make sure that this little track here is clean and doesn't have goop, because when this comes in, that's where that piece sits against it like that. So you want to make sure that this gets seated in there and isn't impeded anyway by any other, debris, silicone, old caulking, whatever was on the window before. So we'll resume this video once I get the glass in place, ordered up, and then I'll show you the install. All right, I didn't do a video. I kind of forgot about the video on this Hehr stationary window, but it is installed. Last you saw it, I had the foam tape on, so you can see, well, here I have glass. I had my fabricating friend make me all new trim that goes all the way around it. You can kind of see the seal back there where the glass goes up against. And, you know, once that's in, you snap these pieces all the way around on it, reinstall your window with your butyl tape and screws, and there you have it. Pretty easy.